This was very, very bad for publicity at a time when people are already nervous with all the rushed vaccines, all the cut corners, and now warnings.
Any person with a history of a significant allergic reaction to a vaccine, medicine or food should not receive the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine.
How did they miss during clinical trials that people with severe allergies best stay the heck away from Pfizer's vaccine? It was hardly a mere coincidence. 2 British nurses went down with severe reaction on the first day of public vaccination. The question it begs is, what else did Pfizer miss? That, in addition to what we already know, that the vaccine can cause pain, headaches, fatigue, fever, swelling, and potentially even facial paralysis.
Among non-serious unsolicited adverse events, there was a numerical imbalance of 4 cases of Bell's palsy in the vaccine group compared with no cases in the placebo group, though the 4 cases in the vaccine group do not represent a frequency above that expected in the general population.
Look, vaccines can take decades to test. It is a miracle that so many have been developed so quickly, a marvel of science. And rest assured, if Pfizer's vaccine wasn't as safe as possible, it wouldn't be allowed anywhere near you. Heck, the press sold it as all but a gift from God.
Pfizer makes a final push.
Drug company Pfizer says it is a great day for science.
This is really a historic day. We have Pfizer.
The company's vaccine is not only safe, it is effective.
Authorities, doctors, scientists, watchdogs are confident it's safe, more or less. And every death during clinical trials was thoroughly investigated.
A total of 6 of enrolled participants died during the reporting period. All deaths represent events that occur in the general population of the age groups where they occurred at a similar rate.
Again, it's unlikely, their words, that the Pfizer vaccine caused any deaths. But what irks me is that we learn that people had died during clinical trials and that others had developed facial paralysis. We learn this not from Pfizer, who made the vaccine, but from the FDA, whose job it is to greenlight mass vaccinations. I think it's very safe to say that people would be grateful for a little more transparency when it comes to knowing what exactly it is that's being injected into their veins.
The efficacy of vaccine is not only a function of its immunization properties, but also on how safe it results for the people targeted to that particular vaccine. The main question here is to assess what clinical association, what eventually direct correlation did exist between the injected doses of the Pfizer vaccine and the actual death of those people. These are serious things that has to be they should be further investigated before to put the things on the public, and the public should be informed. I mean, this is not only a thing that government should know before they order these vaccines, but also the public has to be informed for them to make an individual decision as to whether to take these vaccines or not.
You can kind of understand those who are uncertain. Everyone's jumpy. In March, they were telling us that a vaccine would take years. A few months ago, they were bashing the Russian vaccine, saying there's no way it could have been tested properly. And now, here we are. Pfizer's vaccine is out, albeit with undocumented side effects and a surprisingly, if unpleasantly, eventful clinical trial history. At the end of the day, the vaccine is as safe as it can be. If it's passed European, American testing and rigorous standards, there really isn't much to worry about. But it would be nice to get a little more information in the future, not have to learn about facial paralysis only after vaccination has begun.